Welcome everyone to part 5 of my Blender video editing tutorial series. In this part, I'm going to show you how to blur out a face or a logo in your video. So if you have like a logo or something that you want to blur out, or a face or whatever you want to blur out, I'm just going to show you how to do it here within the Blender video editor. It's pretty easy and quick to do, and this is the final result. So I just blurred out my face. This video is from my gunshot VFX tutorial. There will be a card up on the screen if you want to watch that tutorial, but let's get started with this one. So here I am again in the Blender video editor. So first we need to add in the video that you want to blur. So I'm just going to drag and drop it in right here, and then I'm going to just pull the end frame out a bit, and then I'll just play it here, and here it is. So I shoot and then run away, and then I want to stop about here. So I'm going to press Control End, and that'll set the end value to where this blue line is. And now I actually want to add a new workspace, so I'm going to hit this plus button, and then I'm going to go down to VFX, and I'm going to click on masking. And so now we have this new layout, but our video editing is right back here if we want to go back to it. And I'm going to do a few things. I'm going to press T with my mouse in this panel to close that. Also, I want to see the timeline, so I'm going to click right here and just pull this up. And then also, I don't really want these two, so I'm going to move my mouse over here, and you can see that now there's that little crosshair, and I'm going to click, drag forward, and then let go, and that way it'll remove that window. And then I'll do the same thing right here, so I'll click, pull up, and then let go to remove that window. So now we're just in the mask editor. So you can see right here it says mask, and so now let's hit open to open up our footage. And I'm going to drag the footage in and then just double click on it. And now if we play this, you can see here is the footage. And I don't need these two side panels, so I'm going to press T and N just to close those panels so that we have a little bit more room to work with. So how we add the mask is, first let's go to the spot where we want the mask to start. And you can see I just added like a black area before I had me running in. So I'm just going to start it just about here. And I'm actually going to start it out of the camera view. So I'm just going to have it in this gray area. And then I'm going to animate it into the shot to cover up my face. So how you add the mask, make sure you're in this mask right here. And then what you'll do is you'll hit Control and click. And you can see it's actually added in a new mask. Before that, you can see there's this new button. You can click that if you want, and you can give it a name if you want. I'm just going to leave it as mask, and then hold Control and start clicking and just make the shape that you want. And you can totally adjust this shape later when we're animating it. I'm just going to make kind of a circular shape to cover up my face. And then let's make sure that we have this auto keying on. So if we turn this on, now every movement that we make to the mask, it's automatically going to add a keyframe. So now if I press A to select all these and press G and then just click, it's now going to add a keyframe. And you can see right down here, this little yellow line, that's showing us that it's added a keyframe on that frame. So now I'm going to press the spacebar to play and just move it until you can see my face, and then I'll move over. And you can see it's added in another keyframe right there. And this mask, we can move it. We can grab little points and move it with G. We can select the whole thing. We can scale it with S. We can basically do whatever we want. We can press B to box select and rotate this with R. So we can basically just do whatever we want to this mask. And because we have the auto keying on, it's going to automatically add keyframes wherever we move it. So let's just keep going. So I'm going to scale it down a little bit. And keep on going, just moving along with my face. And then something right here, like if you want to, you could scale it. So I'm actually pressing S, and then I'm clicking with my middle mouse wheel so that it constrains it to the x-axis. And then I'm just going to rotate it so that it is the shape of my face a little bit better. Oop. So it's pretty easy and quick. It doesn't take very long in most cases. Now something like this, I'm just going to grab these points and drag them. You can just click and drag them because I don't really want to blur out my hand here. So you totally don't need to do this. It really depends on the quality and what you're blurring out. But I'm just going to do that just to show you. And you can see sometimes there's these little things that come off of it, and these are like handles if you want to like rotate it kind of so it kind of like curves. If you don't want to have these, I usually find them annoying and I don't really want to use them for masking. I can just select everything with A and then press V And then you can set the handle type, and I'm going to set it to vector, and that way there's no handles. So now you can just move this and the handles won't be in the way. So now I can actually move backwards to see, like, this got a little bit too far, so I can move it back, and I can just go back and just fix any errors that I need to change. So now if I play this, you can see it looks pretty good. I like how this is. Okay, everything looks good. So this is what I'm going to use. This is my mask. Let's save our file. I should have done that earlier, but I'm going to go File and Save. And I'll just save that on my desktop in a folder as masking.blend. Save as image. Okay, now let's go back over to the video editing. And if you don't see this tab, you can scroll with your middle mouse wheel to move over and then click on the video editing tab. And now we're going to click on this right here, this video strip, and I'll press Shift A, and we're going to add an adjustment layer. Now this is really important. Make sure the starting of the adjustment layer is at the starting of your video. So even if you're video editing and you have like multiple shots and stuff, this should work fine. Just make sure that your adjustment layer is at the very starting of the video that you're masking out. So I'm just going to press G and move it over, and then I can click on this handle and just drag it out until the end frame. And I can actually just press K with these two selected and cut this strip, and then press X and delete it. So now I just have this. So if I play it, you can see it should be the same. So yeah, just make sure the adjustment layer is at the very starting of the video that you're masking it out. And that way the mask is going to be lined up with your video. So now on the adjustment layer, I'm going to click over on these modifiers, and I'll click on Add Strip Modifier, and I'm going to add the Mask Modifier. And then on here, I'm just going to click on Mask, and then you can click on this, and here is the mask that we made. So just add that in. And now you should see it should be perfectly aligned up, and you can, right now you can only see what's inside the mask, but we're going to change that pretty soon. So let's go over here to strip, and then on the blend value, I'm going to change it to alpha over, and now it doesn't look like there's anything because what we did is we just stuck the mask on top of the video, but because it's aligned up perfectly, you're basically not going to see anything. So now we're going to blur that mask. So on this adjustment layer, with the adjustment layer selected, I'll press Shift A, and I'm going to go to Effect Strip, and I'm going to click on Gaussian Blur. And now, right here, the size X and Y, I'm going to change it to maybe like 30, and that's nice and blurred. And then the blend value, I need to change to alpha over. And now you can see it's nicely blurred out. If you want to blur it out more, you may like turn up the size of the blur, but you can actually see it's kind of like it's so blurred that now you can actually kind of see through it, and you can kind of see my face a little bit better. So what I've found works if you want to blur it out even more is to keep this at a lower value, and then press Shift A and add another Gaussian blur on top of that one, and then blur out this one. So it's going to blur out the blur. So I'll just change this to maybe 30 again, or maybe even more, maybe 60. And now it's very blurred, and you can change the blend value to alpha over. And now like it's totally, like you cannot tell that it's my face. And you can see if I grab the adjustment layer and move it, now the timing is going to get messed up. You can see it's kind of moving along with the timing. So yeah, just make sure that the adjustment layer is at the very starting of your video. But you should be able to move this around and it'll work even if it's not at the starting of frame 1. So now let's just render this out to a video. So I talked about the file format that I like to use in part 1 of this tutorial series. But really quick, I'll just save this on the desktop as mask. And then I'm going to use FFmpeg video, and then on this encoding I'll use MPEG-4, and then to open up this video I'm going to use H.264, and then the defaults of just medium quality and good. And then on the audio, I usually use ACC. If you want to upload this video to YouTube, I think it's better that you use MP3 because I found that the video won't finish processing on YouTube if you use ACC. So I use MP3 if you're going to upload that to YouTube. So now make sure that your start frame and end frame is where you like. And I'm going to go over here and go to render and click on render animation. And it may render out a little bit slow because of those blurs. It does take a little bit longer to render. So you can see this is rendering definitely slower than it usually takes. because it has to like render out those blurs. And while this is rendering, here's a quick video to show you how you can help out this channel. If you'd like to support me and this channel, I do have a Blender Market store, and I also have a Gumroad store where I'm selling 3D models and assets and tutorials. And on my Patreon, I have all these 3D models and assets and tutorials that you can get, and I also have all the tutorial files on my Patreon. So these are some great ways to support me if you'd like to help out, but even just following me on YouTube and watching my videos are a really great way to help out. So thank you for your support. And here is the final result. So thanks for watching. I hope this video was helpful. And if you want to watch the next part in my video editing tutorial series, I'm going to show you how to speed up and slow down video. So that should be up on the screen if you want to watch it. But thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in another video.